everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about the books that we are excited to read coming out next month, which is May 2021. Which, I mean, I still am totally having a hard time with time and days and the fact that it's not 2019 still. And
see, but when I was putting together my list, I am optimistic based on the fact that a lot of my solid authors that I really look forward to reading, they're now starting to publish books. So to me, that means that the world is starting to open up again.
I hope so.
Just because they're not going to publish books by solid authors if they can't sell them. And if we're in the middle of a pandemic, they're not going to be selling the books as well.
Right. Well, I really do wonder if it's one of the things is because there's no more book festivals right now. Because
book festivals.
I do miss book festivals, but
I was just thinking about BEA the other day, and I'm like, I so miss BEA. It was just like a book nerd high.
But you know what? They got rid of BEA.
I know, which is so sad.
It's not coming back.
It's dead forever.
It is.
And trying to do virtual in place of that is not the same thing.
It's not. It's
just not.
No.
But anyway, what's your first book?
So my first book is Blade of Secrets by Tricia Levenseller, which the cover is gorgeous. I really enjoy her books. She did, and as soon as I say this now, I'm like, I can't remember. She did the Daughter of the Pirate, and she did, the one last summer about the girl who was sent to kill the king and fell in love with him. But anyway, they're kind of dark and twisty with a little bit of magic in there. And they're just fun fantasy with a great amount of romance. And they're fun, fast books. And I'm looking forward to it.
So my first one is called The Luck of the Titanic by Stacy Lee. She wrote The Downstairs Girl, which I actually liked. I don't think you did as much as I liked it.
So my problem with that book was the original announcement of what it was about and what it was about were two different things. So I was super excited for what it was originally supposed to be, and then it became something else.
Well, and I appreciated it for its the historical fiction that it was. And so this new Luck of the Titanic's coming out May 4th, and basically I will read anything about the Titanic because I'm oddly obsessed with it. It's entirely possible that Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet did that to me. It's entirely possible that they didn't. But basically, Val is traveling to America as a stowaway on the Titanic because she's of Asian descent. She's not allowed to go into America, so she kind of has to hide herself to get into America. And basically, she's going to meet her brother and become a circus performer because he's part of the circus, and that's how she's going to survive, is becoming a circus performer. So it just sounds like a whole lot of just odd pairings. So you've got a stowaway on the Titanic who wants to become a circus performer. And then you got the Titanic. So, who knows what's going to happen to the stowaway? What a bad position to be in on the Titanic. I can't even imagine.
So, and I was obsessed with Titanic from the time I was very, very small. As soon as I first heard about it before the movie. And, when the movie came out, I was I must watch it over and over again. But I remember, there was a book, and this was 10 years ago. It was a Claudia Gray book, and it was about, there were werewolves on the Titanic. And I think it was called Faithful. And it was actually, it's a Claudia Gray book, so it was good, but it was just at the same time, I remember talking to people, and they're like, what are you reading? I'm like, oh, I'm reading this book about werewolves on the Titanic. And they're like, what?
There are a lot of weird things on the Titanic.
I know, and there weren't that many people on the Titanic, so yeah.
Anyway, Titanic, I'm excited.
So my next book is called Counting Down with You by Tashie. I'm going to say Bhuiyan. I'm sorry if I'm sure I said that wrong. Bhuiyan. It comes out May 4th. It is a fake date book. I love fake date books. I love them. And this is about Karina, who is a from a very traditional family, and her parents go away, and she gets pulled into a fake date with bad boy Ace, a fake date relationship. And it's supposed to be, I think if I remember correctly, like he bribes her with new books.
Yes.
And so it just sounds flirty, and it's diverse, and it's going to be romantic. And I love, like, there's always the misunderstanding and the declaration of love, and I love the cover. And so I'm totally going to read it.
Awesome. So I'm excited because Victoria Aveyard is coming out with a new series. The first one's called Realm Breaker, and this one's coming out on May 4th. I loved Red Queen. I haven't finished it yet, and I think I don't like to finish series books because then that means like I'm done with them, and I don't like to do that. Like I still haven't finished Chronicles of Narnia because I just can't end my relationship with that world. But anyway, so I'm just wondering.
I need to know how it ends, and then I have to reread them all to see what I missed.
No, I like seriously. I have not finished Chronicles of Narnia because I can't let it end. I just can't. Anyway, so I'm wondering. I'm hoping that this new series can live up to Red Queen for me. And so basically, this is about Coraine. Coraine is the last in a bloodline that can save the world from destruction. She joins up with a ragtag group. Like literally, ragtag was in the description. And when I see ragtag, I'm like, yes, sold. Give me ragtag. And this ragtag group is going to go to help save everything. So I don't know how ragtag they are, but if they're ragtag, I'm all about it.
It's like that's like a very like specific descriptor.
Right, like you know exactly what you're expecting when you hear ragtag.
So my last book is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, which comes out May 18th, which I will admit I've actually already read because I got my second COVID shot, and this got me through it because I had some reactions, y'all. It was bad. And so like anybody who knows me knows like I'm a Christina Lauren fangirl. I have been reading them since they self-published. It's ridiculous. This is their newest book. It is about a single mother in California who through a series of events ends up joining a dating service that's based on your genetics. And there's different levels of like how close you are to a match because there's like certain genes that they think will make you more likely to fall in love. And so they come back and they tell her, you're like a 98% match with this guy who she kind of knows, who is the founder of the company and who she always thought was a jerk. And like the company wants good publicity because they're going to have an IPO. So they pay her to start interacting with him. And of course, feelings develop. And it's a Christina Lauren book. So it's like, it's romantic and it's funny and it's steamy and good times. And it comes out May 18th.
That's exciting.
I know we're going to read it and review it because Sarah's got to read it too.
I can't wait. Okay, the last one on my list, like seriously, I had so much trouble picking this list because there's so many good ones, and this third one is I'm excited about, and it's called Spells Trouble, and it's a new series in the PC Kristin cast canon. This one's coming out May 25th, and so I know you're not a big House of Night fan, but I totally am. Like I love House of Night, and I actually love a lot of PC casts books that she writes on her own. I just really get into those romancy books. I love them. So anyway, I've been on the list for this audiobook for months, and I just like cannot wait. And PC cast is so nice. Like I met her at BEA. God, she was the nicest. Anyway, and I can't wait for the House of Night TV show. But this new book, Spells Trouble, is about twin witches who are protecting their magical town from nightmares. Their mother is murdered as part of a killing spree, and the two must find and stop the being behind it. So I'm excited. Yay, magic and twins. Yeah.
So those are just a few of the books we're looking forward to next month, and hopefully we're going to have some good reading this summer. Stuff's actually going to get published.
Totally. Add your list, like what's on your list. Tell us, you know. Yes. We gotta see like what more do we need to add to our list.
Because we were like in a book desert there for a while. Like it was like bad.
Yeah, it feels like we're finally starting to open up with all these.
I remember like last summer we would make a list of things we wanted to read, and like every time something got moved and we're like, well, that didn't actually come out. Yeah. So like Sarah said, let us know in the comments what you think we should read, and we'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.